Yes, indeed, Big Brother Bear here to give you all that you want and what you need. Today, I have a treat for you. I haven't done a book review in a while, so I want to get back on this because I think it's so important for you to be well-read as far as being a student athlete. Being a student, period, but being a student athlete is what we'll focus on today. Me, myself, I failed the 6th grade, 8th grade, socially promoted special education classes, wouldn't have graduated high school without the game of basketball, let alone go to college and get a master's degree. But I learned this one thing. That when a teacher challenged me to read a book, my junior year in college, it changed me forevermore for the better. And I realized that the individuals that come from a background of reading, they don't spend so much time rereading material in college to try to retain information because they can process it much quicker. Whereas me, a person didn't really read his first real book into college. It took me forever to get through some of the most basic things. I had to read it over and over and over again. I don't want that for you. I want better for you. So whether you're in high school or whether you're in college, I want you to pick up a book, something that you're interested in. This would be a good start. And start reading so you just kind of build up that discipline. Just like when you were at your particular sport, whatever sport it was, you weren't the best at it, right? Like you started shooting layups instead of laying the ball up. You just had to learn. And the same thing as far as reading as well. So I don't want you to be intimidated. I want you to blame it on me as far as if you need anyone as a shield to use to say the reason why you're reading, because some people may say that's not cool, but I'm telling you, I got so much value out of it. And I definitely want to extend that invitation to you. Now, more about this book. This is the book report of this book. It's going to be short, quick, and to the simple and to the point. But this book is called The Third Day, the decision to separate the pros from the amateurs. Now, key on decision. Decision. That's going to come in handy in this book interview. But more about this author. This author is Dre Baldwin. If you don't know about him, he's written 29 books, 4 TED Talks, put up daily information, masterclass information as far as how things about psychology, discipline, grit, hustle, sales, business, the whole deal. I think I'm a super fan from him just because he's a Division III athlete. Now, if you're a student athlete or know anything about being a student athlete, you know about the different tiers that they put people in as far as Division I, Division II, Division III. We'll just keep it with NCAA for right now because we can go down that rabbit hole of all different ways you can play college basketball. But he's a Division III player. Division III player. That means no scholarship. They don't offer scholarships. That means nobody even knows you play. Right? Division I is the ones that everyone gets the glitz and the glamour on TV. Division II is not so much. Right? Division III is nothing. Nothing. Right? They could be good basketball players, but they're Division III. Nobody's really checking for Division III. This joker had the audacity to go to a Division III school. Mind you, he barely played on his high school team. Barely. But he went to a Division III school and went from that to playing professionally for 9 years. I think if we just stopped on that, I want to read his book just based off that. I don't care what the book is about. I want to read just based off that. Because there are so many Division I athletes. There are so many Division II athletes. There are so many athletes, period, that once they get done playing basketball or whatever sport, they can be in the pros. It doesn't matter. They don't know how to transition from that to the next chapter in life. And he's been able to do that. So if you don't want to read a book just based off, what's the third day? I don't know, Dre Baldwin. Read the book because he's a Division III athlete. That's the bottom. Other than not, that's debatable. But that's the bottom of what a lot of people will say the bottom as far as NCAA. So the idea that he's been able to do what he's done is remarkable. So again, the decision that separates the pros from the amateurs. That in itself is important because it translates across all demographics, across all industries. You can be a doctor, a lawyer, engineer, a preacher, a teacher, a professor, a student athlete, a coach, and get a lot from this book. If you're going through any adversity, if you have any goals, any dreams that you want to go after, you're going to hit this third day that he talks about in this book. Now, I don't want to give this book away because I want you to actually go read it. I'll put the link in the description below. But the decision to say I'm going to go after this goal and making sure that I make it past the first day, past the second day, and I branch through and I bust through and make it through the third day. Now, the third day, I don't want to ruin the book, but the third day isn't a numerical day of 1 day, 2 day, 3 day. The third day, there's certain attributes that make up the third day, one of which is not feeling like wanting to do it. And what can you do to power through that to get to your goal? Well, he talks about in the book that motivation is cheap. You know, you can just rinse it off with water. You can maybe be motivated one day and then not motivated the next. Some people reach out to him and say, hey, Dre, send me a motivational video. And he's like, nah, player, I ain't sending you a motivational video. And he does that because he says that if I have to do that, then every day you'll be relying on me to send out another motivational video. And what happens when I can't send you out a video? Maybe the Wi-Fi is bad and I can't get to you. Then what? Then you'll be blaming on me of that why you're not motivated. No, he gives you a little bit more. He calls them anchors, and anchors are going to help you. Now, if you look at if you read the book, you'll know what anchors are and why it's so important for you to develop your own anchors to get you onto the road that you're trying to get to as far as success is concerned. I recommend this book. I've purchased 3 books. Well, not 3. I have 3 books because I can't say purchase because I didn't even purchase this book. He gave this book to me for free. All I had to do was pay for shipping and handling. So if you're looking at this as like a sale, like I'm trying to make money from you, first of all, I don't make a dime from you. I just want you to start reading more if you haven't started already. And if you have, I just want to give you a gem of something that's going to help you on your journey. But I don't get paid a dime. I'll put the link in the description. I don't get paid a dime for the book, nor does he. But I encourage you to go ahead and pay for the shipping and handling and get this book because it's definitely well worth the book. The book is I'm shortchanging you by calling it a book. I would say it's a reference book, or I would say it's a textbook, right? It's a textbook as far as the information that I put in here. So I definitely encourage you to pick up this book. You can pick it up pretty much anywhere where books are sold. Type it into Amazon. You can pick it up there. There you're gonna have to pick up. If you pick it up on Amazon, you got to pay for the actual book. But if you go to workonyourgame.com, you can pick it up and just pay for the shipping and handling. It's definitely well worth the read. So as always, whether it's on the court or off, in the classroom or out, graduate at the top of your class. Hoop Loudy.